I spoke recently about the change curve and just how prevalent that is in our lives right now. And the fact that we have various different stages that we move through as part of the change curve journey. And the first two stages are basically stage one is unconscious incompetence, or I don't know what I don't know. And the second stage is acceptance, and that's known as conscious incompetence. So now I know what I didn't know. And when I did that video, what I didn't really talk about is some of the ways to get people from that first stage of unconscious incompetence round to conscious incompetence, stage two, and that emotion of acceptance. And one of the big things, the big factors at play will be the quality of your communication. And this is so important right now, especially for many of us still working remotely, for others with multicultural global teams that are engaging with them virtually. And of course, for those of us that are going back into our offices and communicating with people on a face-to-face basis, albeit socially distanced, in those ways as we start to come back to some form of working normality, if you like. So the quality of your communication is so important. And there's a really great NLP presupposition that I want to share with you. And NLP, for those that aren't familiar, is neuro-linguistic programming, a great art form, a great methodology to help you become more conscious of the language that you use and the influence that that language has on your own thoughts and feelings, and of course the impacts that it has on others around you too. And that presupposition is the meaning of your communication is the response it elicits. And I love it because what it's basically saying is, regardless of what you think you might be communicating, either in your verbal or your body language, the meaning of the communication is really what the other person or persons thinks you are communicating in your verbal or body language. So it becomes even more important to check in with those around you, that they really do understand what you're saying and how they should interpret it. And this is particularly true if we're working to support people through the change curve. And there's so many changes that are constantly happening in our lives, especially right now. So I'm going to leave you to ponder that and think about how can you be sure, more sure, if you like, that the meaning of your communication is interpreted by the recipient in the intended way. So you need to put in measures to check, to confirm. You don't want to patronize or sound condescending, but you absolutely will, it will pay dividends for you to check in and clarify exactly that the people that you are intending to communicate a particular message to have understood it in that way. And that will help people move from this point of unconscious incompetence, they don't know what they don't know, round to this point of now they truly understand what it was, and they can start to process that and move forward with any changes. I leave that with you. I hope you find it useful.